What's up, everybody? How are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day out there. I know I haven't done a pre-recorded video in a long time. I like it. I like not having to worry about if my Wi-Fi gonna cut off or not, but I hope everybody is doing well out there. I hope you like the new red backdrop, but it's so much I would love to talk to you guys about today before I get started with my day. I just finished doing a natal chart reading, and that was great. And all of you should know that I'm still doing natal chart readings until November 5th. So be sure to sign up and see the video description if you want to get a deeper look into who you are past what you know about your sun sign. It'll really give you insight to why you do the things you do and so much more. So you can definitely sign up for that. But y'all already know, today, I mean business today because it's about my business. And I made a post yesterday that said black people would be in power if we weren't filled with hatred, jealousy, anger, and resentment or whatever toward one another. Now, and also what I said in that post was when you're building, you can expect a lot of hate from your own. And I just went on ahead and just set the stage for what I was going to talk about, because if y'all have your ear to the YouTube streets, you already can hear what's going on. But I really feel like it's my duty and it's my responsibility to tell you guys like how I'm feeling about everything, my account of everything, because I feel like it's always more than one side of the story. And this is particularly important for me to talk about this because of the people that have put support and trust and invested in my vision and in the vision of having a system as well as properties and transitional properties for people that are repatriating to the Gambia. So that's the other reason I know this is very important to touch on, because our investors and our supporters, and particularly my ride or dies, my B1 people, shout out to you. It means a lot. Integrity is everything, because we are all we have. We don't have any friends in the system of white supremacy. You know what I mean? Like, we only have each other. And even thinking about that, this is where we have to build. That's why it's my duty to see things through and to tell you guys what's actually going on. I know one thing about us as a people is that we're very emotional people. Unfortunately, that is something very real about us. And we haven't been in enough scenarios where we're in power and we're having to channel our emotions into productivity. We're used to a culture of black people that are straight up into low down debauchery, ratchetry, and thottish behavior and foolish behavior. You know, we have a black culture just serious about the silly and silly about the serious. So when it comes to the rumor mill gossip and when people are really doing the building, you can expect a lot of things to come up. There's been so many different things to come up as I've been here, because people are mad. You see people are jealous, you know, of telling the truth about what you're going to experience when you get to the Gambia. Honey, it then woke up all of the uncomfortable, all of the haters, all of the people that are not comfortable with the narrative of the truth. And I'm very glad that I've been laying a foundation for the reality of what's here and even the reality of how we operate as a people. Because what's happened, and a lot of it was unbeknownst to me, and I'm going to explain that to you guys. You know, being here in the Gambia, for me, it's important that I stay focused. And what you guys don't see is that a lot of times I'm really behind the scenes, even here. The people that had an altercation, you know, recently with our team, they've never met me. You know what I mean? Because you can ask anybody, it's very hard to even see me. It's hard to interact with me because I don't involve myself into everybody's energy. Okay, so I'm very much in, you know, to myself, to my business, and I'm focused. All right, and I don't allow a lot of people in my space. So it took me a long time to even address this. Y'all are probably wondering why it took me so long to even speak on it, because I didn't even know what was happening. I didn't even know a lot of what was going on as far as the blow up between the ladies and between our business manager, you know, Quasi. Like, I had no idea about all of the inner workings of any of that. And that's why I didn't speak on it. And even if I did, I probably would have still taken my time. But I have been so busy behind the scenes, I had no idea what they were going through. And you can even see I did a video 3 days ago and didn't even mention it, you know, because it's so many other things popping off here to just be and to just have to stabilize a good quality of life, not just for yourself, but for other people, and to run a brand. And as I said, businesses, like, I'm not doing YouTube videos every day. I'm very, very busy. So when people ask those questions like, well, where were you? And, you know, why haven't they met you? It's because of those reasons. And another reason why I don't make myself very available is because of the energy that I know we need a lot of healing. So here's where I'm about to go in. Let me get my sip. Initially, everybody's excited about this repatriation thing. Oh, we coming to the Gambia. We can't wait to get there and be with family and art there and crazy there, okay? But I always knew it's cool to be romanticized about how great and unity, and I've always said unity is overrated. I'd rather be unified with the right people than to just unify with anybody that says they black and all that type of stuff. Like, that's why I'm very serious about who's on code, who's not. So, and then I'm a person that's into human behavior analysis and looking at people's profiles. So if I peek from you in the beginning, I may not like your energy. I will never come around. One of the women that the altercation happened with, and I'm not trying to spray nobody too bad because we're in a very emotionally volatile state right now. And people are waiting, watching, listening. They're full of drama and full of trauma, actually. Trauma, it don't take a lot. But this lady knows that, and I checked her on that, and I never reached back out again. So I really wanted to let this stuff out a long time ago, and the reasons why I do the things I do and why I don't jump out and meet everybody that's coming into the Gambia, because I realize when you're in a building scenario and you're serious about building and there's resources flowing and there's money flowing, there's real business flowing, you have to be extra careful. And you have to know that now you're in an arena where your target is vultures all over the place. There are people, not just haters, there are people that are downright looking to steal and destroy what you've built. That's the reality. Did I understand to the extent it would happen here? Not really, but was I told it was going to happen coming here by my elders in Ghana? Absolutely. Absolutely. Every single thing and the way it's playing out, they told me to expect, they told me this was coming. They absolutely told me it was coming. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to address this part too, because for the sake of our investors and what they're doing, what I've seen is absolute precision with the way the books have been handled. You know, I don't see any problems with that. What I do see is a huge rumor mill that needs to be managed. But what I also will address is I feel that at a certain point during me being here, I saw things I was a little bit overwhelmed with. The culture, the way we do things. And so the process that you guys don't see is that I delegate. What you probably already know, I delegate. I'm the front woman. I tell people, hey, come. If we had a pizza restaurant, I'd say, hey, I'm doing the marketing. Come to the pizza restaurant. I'm not necessarily the person that's making the pizzas, okay? So for me, everybody plays their role. So the role that I play, you know, is very much in marketing and very much in my social media management. But as far as doing things and cleaning up and being on top of those things when it comes to my properties, that's something that was delegated to the team. So if I hear something, even as a CEO, even as a person that's not back there in the kitchen, if I get a complaint so bad as the CEO and this is my brand name, it comes up to me and it reaches me. Now I may have to go to the kitchen, but I'm not in the kitchen. And so that's another thing that people need to understand, because telling my side is very important so people don't just get one side of the story. Like, you have to be able to see the whole picture, period. And again, this is really for my investors and for people to just kind of understand how things go behind the scenes to answer some, you know, questions that you have. So the other thing that was brought to my attention as of recently, the standard in which things are, because we have such a cultural difference. My mother being here now, we have a solution for this now, but I've been talking about the cleanliness here in the Gambia, the way we clean different. They may not use bleach here. They wiping down windows with, you know, rags. Like, our cleanliness and sanitation is on two different levels. The way we live is on two different levels. So unfortunately, what you'll have sometimes is a person that's cleaning for you and that's there to manage something for you. And if I'm not micromanaging and on it, which I'm not a micromanager and I've been kind of a way to delegate, if you're not on top of it, it's not going to be the same standard. You know what I mean? And a lot of times what has to happen are mishaps, are mess ups, so that you can see what needs to be reworked. That's an element to my brand that I will personally be reworking, so that people have a good experience when they come, so that people know that, you know what, the properties that I see and I'm investing in, they are up to our standard of Americans. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. Y'all want to drag me and make me feel some type of way about saying, oh, don't make yourself different. We do, because you can't come here and expect to live in filth and ants and have women that don't really know how to clean in the same way we do. They don't know sanitation. Okay, so what we've planned to do, as we've talked about this and some of the things that have come up that need to be addressed within my brand, so that my brand is not misrepresented. My mother is going to take a more active role, and so am I, but my mother particularly, she's going to take an active role because she has a background in cleaning service and having her own business for over 40 years of training the girls, because no one and no woman here yet can be a real valuable asset on a domestic level unless she's trained. Because the way things are done here is completely different. And that's been something I have been dealing with behind the scenes that has been driving me absolutely bananas. And so I know that we needed to take some time to rework that. That's one element that's very important to me, is people's experience when they come. The other important element that is so important to get together and that makes your or breaks your experience is this power situation. It's nutty as a fruitcake out here. It can be hard to live out here, and that's the other reality. So I have to take responsibility for your experience, and I have to be able to tell you everything to expect before you get out here. And even in my Black Repack group, one of my posts was, you know, how would you survive if you ever had to live in a filthy environment, in a tropical dump environment? Like, what would you bring with you to make yourself feel comfortable, feel clean, feel secure? Because even when you're here, even when you're in one of our properties in the past, it's not going to be like this now. The finishing touches are everything. Dust boards, you know what I mean? Vermin, the way they take care of vermin and the way they do things, it is completely different. It's a different standard, and that will affect our experience. So that's one thing moving forward that we'll be able to raise. The other thing moving forward that I know is very important is to continue the work that we're doing. We're going to continue the work that we're doing regardless of rumor mills, because the actual truth is that we've got so many other things that are popping. The Senior Citizens Network is going to be coming through my mother, because now things that go wrong, they give us an opportunity to not only make them right, but we have a real system and a solution that we can have for that. So we're going to have the Senior Citizens connection with her. We'll have that together, and to be able to have people not have so much of a craziness when they come, because it's some craziness and it's a learning curve, and we have standard differences in how we live. That's just what it is. Some people not going to want to come over here and have to time when they take a dump because of the water pressure will be out. The water's on this day, not this day. Like that type, y'all, like, pick one. If you're a black man doing anything and people don't like you, they can pull a gay card. Like, it's a playbook that you can go by, especially for builders. So the good part of building is that you get to build. You get to galvanize. You get to be productive with your people. You get to really make something in this world. A lot of people that come against builders are people that don't really have a lot to show, and have more anger and trauma than they do results. But then the other thing is that when you're building, you will attract a lot of vultures. And if you're not astute, if you're not graceful in being in a position of leadership or even power and delegation of resources, it will break you. But thankfully, thanks to Chief Montana, the elders in Ghana, we have definitely been on the line, figuring things out, working things out, and Chief Montana is actually going to come on the team and assist so that we can keep things moving forward, so that we can have more order. And to be just honest with y'all, I would just ask you guys to be patient. You know, it's okay to have the ideas for what we want now, but the implementation and seeing it through, that takes patience. That definitely takes patience. And I also want to invite people to take a deeper look at how you would do things. You know what I mean? I would say have a little bit of grace, because I can kind of see, you know, what our business manager, what Kwesi has been doing, ultimately by himself. You know what I mean? I always joke with him. I say, Kwesi, you are like the waiter in the restaurant that's got way too many tables. And instead of telling your manager, I need some help with some more tables, you try to keep everybody happy. And, you know, you're almost about to drop a plate. You may drop a plate, and then you try to make up for it with comping a dessert. You know what I mean? Like that, sometimes is somebody that has a big heart and wants to help and have their hands in everything, but just don't have enough help. Yeah. And, you know, I'm a type of woman where I don't micromanage nobody. But man say he got it, he got it. But when life happens and we see, oh, okay, we need to rework that. Oh, we need to train, you know, our girls. It may be a hard conversation, but damn it, we're having it. Nobody's perfect. And the cool thing about Africa is not this esoteric commercial experience of healing. I've been able to see myself more in these situations, in chaos. I've been able to build character. I've been able to learn out more about myself, my people, and what healing really looks like. It doesn't look like what we think it looks like. It's actually the most ugliest process, but it's one that you stay on in the intention of becoming better. And in the intention that you know you're really on your path, but you have to allow things to happen. You have to allow things to happen and not be moved by it. And that is not one of our strong suits as black people. We're very emotional. Look at how y'all acting with Ice Cube right now. Can't be critical thinkers. So I don't expect a lot of logical thinking when it's so easy to throw you off emotionally. All you got to hear is scam. They using drugs. They taking y'all money. And y'all like, oh, I knew it. You know, that's what y'all waiting for. And like, when you are real serious about business, when you're focused, when you know that you're accomplishing a purpose, and when you know you don't scam nobody, I'm not a scammer. Like, it's nothing for me to be afraid of. It's nothing for me to have this conversation with you, and it's nothing for me to show proof, because that's what I'm about. Builders actually build things. And so that's why it's important for you to know we not going nowhere. And another thing, I ain't went nowhere. People got everything to say. They're questioning, they're wondering. But what's happening is that you're questioning and wondering because you know that we're real builders. You know that I'm a real builder. And so sometimes if you can't get to me, you'll try to get to things around me. But again, when you got the ancestors on your side and when you actually are doing the right thing, you have nothing to worry about. And I have nothing to worry about because I'm more excited about what we're bringing to you. Like, I've been so behind the scenes working on this audiobook that's coming out November 15th. 20 of my top vegan recipes plus West African recipes. Doing that, getting some recipes with my mother, creating this senior citizens network. Because there's a lot of y'all 65 plus out there that be reaching out to me. And I'm like, yes, I love it. I love it. Y'all remember that movie Cocoon? All the crinkler white people had found their little, Garden of Eden, and they had turned into the youth again in the pool. I don't know. But y'all can have that situation out here. But we got to get some power. We got to get it. Wheelchair stuff. We got to get some stuff together, though. And this brings me to my point. We need your help. If anything, all you've seen, and this is what I think the learning opportunity in all of this is, what you've seen is, as the pizza analogy I had earlier, restaurant, what you saw is a very popular new restaurant get really busy. And maybe some of y'all came when it was real busy and you went in the back and you saw that we had some dishes and you was like, damn, it's just crazy in here. What's going on? This ain't what I saw online. Yeah, so you probably caught us on a busy day when we don't have our shit together all the way. That's what it is. That's what it is. But the people wrapped around the lines, like when you grow big, that is to me, my honest assessment of the problem. So we need waiters, we need waitresses, we need help. We need people that can be able to help train, our young ladies to clean. We need people that will be able to help me with the interior design of our 8-bedroom hotel, which is not habitable right now because it ain't enough manpower to go around. And y'all see the videos on, our networks. You can see the amount of people we work with. Like, it's really like 2 handfuls. And God help them. Everybody's spent. So we're not going to be able to do that for so long. So yes, it's great to be a new restaurant. It's great to have viral success. But now, as a business does, it shows you what it needs. Each quarter, it shows you what it needs. As time goes on, you're fine-tuning elements and variables in that business that you see need to be changed. And as I told you guys, my role is going to be a lot more active in the accommodation portion of the brand. And obviously I'm going to continue to do, the natal chart readings. I love that. I'm going to continue to make content. I'm going to continue to even help my mom build the Senior Citizens Network, because she's had experiences here as a senior citizen that I'm going to let her tell y'all about. Because it's not easy being here. We try our best to make it easy, and I feel as though now some craziness and it's a learning curve, and we have standard differences in how we live. That's just what it is. Some people not going to want to come over here and have to time when they take a dump because of the water pressure will be out. The water's on this day, not this day. Like, that type of stuff is real here. It's very real here. And it can make you frustrated. It can make a lot of things happen. And so in an environment with so many variables being crazy and hectic, plus you have traumatized people that need to heal, we got the ideal version of how we want to, build in Africa, and we all going to be healing, and oh, la, 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 it's going to be so beautiful. Nah, it's not like that. And only because I'm prepared for it and I know the nature of our people, my stance, particularly with these individuals that, have allegedly stolen money and stuff like that, and they haven't stolen the whole big investment part or anything like that. Like, it's a lot of rumors going on. From what I understand, this person, Kwesi allowed her to set up an LLC. She was brought in by Kwesi as an admin, and she's taking advantage of one of the accounts that she was given control of, and she's not reachable, and it's going to be handled in a legal fashion from this point on. The authorities are going to handle that. That's being handled. As far as accounting for our money, our investments and everything, I'm happy to say that I've seen our books. We have nothing to hide, and that's even being in process. People are looking into that. And so I'm going to be here. I'm committed to seeing everything through. I'm committed to making sure that everything we started, that is not only going to be finished and completed, but we're going to keep building upon those things in spite of nature. This is nature of building, the good, bad, the ugly. This is the good, bad, and ugly of building, y'all. Like, you cannot expect for us to have something we've never had and do things we've never done. You can't do the same old things and expect different things. Like, we have to have things pop off and get so ugly so that we know what exactly to heal. Things have to happen in such a way, our ancestors have to wake us up. Have things happen in such a way that we wake up and it causes us to make a certain decision. It's so many different things at play here. But what needs to be done is we need to stay focused. We need to acknowledge rumors. We need to acknowledge just the real nature of us needing to heal as a people. It can get downright ugly. It can get dirty. They ready to call us scammers. Anyway, if you ever making money as black people, we already know. Scammer, cheat, all that type of stuff. Oh, she just getting over on y'all. Like, pick one. If you're a black man doing anything and people don't like you, they can pull the gay card. Like, it's a playbook that you can go by, especially for builders. So the good part of building is that you get to build. You get to galvanize. You get to be productive with your people. You get to really make something in this world. A lot of people that come against builders are people that don't really have a lot to show, and have more anger and trauma than they do results. But then the other thing is that when you're building, you will attract a lot of vultures. And if you're not astute, if you're not graceful in being in a position of leadership or even power and delegation of resources, it will break you. But thankfully, thanks to Chief Montana, the elders in Ghana, we have definitely been on the line, figuring things out, working things out, and Chief Montana is actually going to come on the team and assist so that we can keep things moving forward, so that we can have more order. And to be just honest with y'all, I would just ask you guys to be patient. It's okay to have the ideas for what we want now, but the implementation and seeing it through, that takes patience. That definitely takes patience. And I also want to invite people to take a deeper look at how you would do things. You know what I mean? I would say have a little bit of grace, because I can kind of see, what our business manager with Kwesi has been doing ultimately by himself. You know what I mean? I always joke with him. I say, Kwesi, you are like the waiter in the restaurant that's got way too many tables, And instead of telling your manager, I need some help with some more tables, you try to keep everybody happy, and you're almost about to drop a plate. You may drop a plate, and then you try to make up for it with comping a dessert. You know what I mean? Like that, sometimes is somebody that has a big heart and wants to help and have their hands in everything, but just don't have enough help. Yeah. And, I'm a type of woman where I don't micromanage nobody, but man say he got it. But when life happens, and we see, okay, we need to rework that. Oh, we need to train, our girls. It may be a hard conversation, but damn it, we're having it. Nobody's perfect. And the cool thing about Africa is not this esoteric commercial experience of healing. I've been able to see myself more in these situations, in chaos. I've been able to build character. I've been able to learn out more about myself, my people, and what healing really looks like. It doesn't look like what we think it looks like. It's actually the most ugliest process, but it's one that you stay on in the intention of becoming better. And in the intention that you're really on your path, but you have to allow things to happen. You have to allow things to happen and not be moved by it. And that is not one of our strong suits as Black people. We're very emotional. Look at how y'all acting with Ice Cube right now. Can't be critical thinkers. So I don't expect a lot of logical thinking when it's so easy to throw you off emotionally. All you got to hear is scam. They using drugs. They taking y'all money. And y'all like, oh, I knew it. That's what y'all waiting for. Like, when you are real serious about business, when you're focused, when you know that you're accomplishing a purpose, and when you know you don't scam nobody, I'm not a scammer. Like, it's nothing for me to be afraid of. It's nothing for me to have this conversation with you, and it's nothing for me to show proof, because that's what I'm about. Builders actually build things. And so that's why it's important for you to know we not going nowhere. And another thing, I ain't went nowhere. People got everything to say. They're questioning, they're wondering. But what's happening is that you're questioning and wondering because you know that we're real builders. You know that I'm a real builder. And so sometimes if you can't get to me, you'll try to get to things around me. But again, when you got the ancestors on your side and when you actually are doing the right thing, you have nothing to worry about. If you're worrying about how you're going to stay clean, how you're going to keep clean environments for everybody, the last thing I'm thinking about is people's rigmarole, rumor mills, stuff like that. It is a real community we have to get ready and build because we're not going back to the States. My mother's here. When your family's here, this is our commitment. And I need y'all to understand that. So regardless of what you see, we going to see it through. We're going to make sure that our investment, because we've invested. What you talking about? How's somebody going to scam their own goddamn self? We've invested. And my reputation, my name, my commitment to my people is more important to me than answering any questions for you. Baby, this is for me and my family, okay? That's what we're committed to. So the people that have invested in that, invested in me, invested in what we're doing, that's the commitment and that's the assurance that they have because we're not going anywhere. We ain't running. We ain't ran. I told y'all in a video a few days ago, I considered going to Atlanta for a break, but no, no. Hands on. And for people that are coming out here, just so you know, I'm not one of those people that run up to you and get to know you just because you come to the Gambia. Because there's a serious vetting process that needs to happen. Everybody coming don't have the right intentions. It's not that I'm, paranoid or nothing like that. I peep people energy. I get to know you guys before you kind of come. When you're in our Black Repat group, I can see, because I've been doing databases and managing databases of people and doing human behavior analysis online, seeing personality types, understanding them before I meet them. I've been doing that for years. So we're watching you. And as I said in the group, this is a vetting process. We get to see who you are, all those things. It's not about who's the biggest rah-rah and wants to be the most enthused about coming. It ain't about none of that because you can come out here and still screw up just like what some of those women did. Okay, so it's not about the romanticism, it's about the real reality, and it's about protecting what you built, it's about protecting your assets, but it's also about being real about the much needed healing that needs to take place in our community. And when you build in the good, bad, ugly, mentally ill, the broken, the traumatized, all the trauma is going to come up. So if you want to follow rumors, that's okay, because I know we need them when we're broken people. We need to keep stuff moving. We need that. But you need that for your nourishment. What's she doing today? I think she in Atlanta. Eat them rumors up. You need that nutrition, okay? Eat your rumors for nutrition. You may need to eat it. You may need to eat some rumors, okay, to keep you alive. But for us, what we're going to do is stay in reality, stay above everything, because that's all I know how to do, honey. When you're a natural ego, energy, personality, you just fly above and you stay focused, because we have things to do. We have things to build. Babylon, as y'all call it, American KKK, that's nowhere to go back to. So we have to make what we need. We have to bring what we need here. We got to fix it, because there ain't nowhere we run to. Okay, we get how important it is when people come all their way, you know what I mean, because of the strength of somebody. I get that. And now that my mother's here, I can honestly say I'll probably be more in a mental position to even entertain any of that, because in the beginning, that's not my priority. My priority is building the foundation of business, is to build the foundation of the brand, and to let people know this is somewhere that you can come. So as we fix that, that's going to be my priority moving forward. If you feel that you have anything to offer, if you want to help train cleaners, if you want to be a person that's a part of the senior citizens community, if you are just a person that wants to be around other like-minded people when you visit, if you're interested in the business development, land, like all of that's still going on. All of that's still going on. You can definitely reach out. Everything's going to be in the video description. But thank you guys for your support. This is extremely exciting. It's an exciting time still, because you have to know how to read everything. Was it nerve-wracking to me and my mom? Abso-freaking-lutely, because I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I was like, what, huh? And she's finding this stuff out on her phone as she's flying in. Like, so but we got it. Honey, you got some black women that's activated right now to get things in order. Okay, so if you're another activated black woman and you like, oh hell no, we about to get this together, contact us. Sis, you already know this ain't no scamming energy over and up and through here. You can definitely trust me, and we got all the investments secured. Okay, you need to hear me say that, because the people out there in the rumor mill's not gonna say that. It's a lot of emotionalism going on right now. I know I'm a woman, but surprisingly, my emotions are not that crazy, because I've had Chief, and I've had the right mentors in my ear to know what to do and to see that we're actually in the right position, because everything is being done with integrity. And I know for me, I can just always be rest assured on that. So, okay, this has been 34 minutes. Let me get another little swig. Be sure to get your copy of my audiobook. That's going to be great. I'll be dropping a promo. Get that audiobook, and be sure to get your Num Num sauce too. The Num Num sauce is a healthier alternative to dipping sauces, ketchup, mustard. Everybody loves this Num Num sauce. They got mustard, hot, spicy, and mild. Okay, so get your Num Num sauce, and we have Neo Spice. So those are two products that are going to be a part of my audiobook, because 2020 is the year putting people on. You need to put everybody on. We need to come up together. And I know a lot of times some people can be really jealous because they're not a part of the come up, and we can try to create controversy in the wrong way. We can try to come up in the wrong way. But those are good come ups for us. We've never had to do that. I've never had to do that. Use scandal to come up. No, I don't do that. We build other businesses. We build people's businesses. If you do want to be a part of my ART CATHEY YouTube platform and your own code, your B1, we have a few people that we've actually heard back from that we will be adding to our network. Very talented individuals, as well as my editor. He has a podcast called Real Black Love with his fiance. We're going to be adding that, as well as other things, to the ART CATHEY network. So if you're interested, if you are a content creator and you're very on code, you pro-black, send me a 1-minute video of why you feel like this would be the network you want to grow your platform on, okay? Because this is a very good engine and very good business opportunity for a lot of us to use media, and we can be very productive with that. So for me, I'm always in the spirit of Umoja. I'm always in the spirit of village. And if I'm eating, I'm a Sag. I'm a real Sag in December. If I'm eating, everybody eating. And that's just how we operate. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and thank you for watching.